Trichnologist Charlotte Reed is on Inside South Florida. Charlotte, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. You know, I've been prowling around Global Pet Expo and I sniffed out a lot of great products, not only to be effective for dogs and cats, but also to save everybody money, because money is what it's all about. You know, having pets, it's really about saving money and keeping more of those Benjamins in your pocket.
That's right. That's right. So first question for you is, what is one of the biggest pet industry trends that you have found this year?
Well, really, it's about affordability and recognizing what things cost. And that's why I wanted to give you some great products. This time of the year, you know, spring is here. It's flea and tick season. So I brought some Activate and ActiSpot too. It's great flea and tick products by Tempera Pet. We have 4 weight classes for dogs and 2 for cats. It kills fleas, eggs, and larvae, ticks, and mosquitoes. But most importantly, it repels. And here's where you get your cost savings. It is a generic. Now, the comparable genetic, which is Canine Advantix, costs about 14, probably about 42 per dose. This is only $7.49 per dose, and it's also waterproof. So how about that for saving money? Because I know you're a pet owner.
Yes, yes. Okay, so that goes to my second question for you, Charlotte. I am a pet owner. I always want to get Ace, like really good quality brands and products, but sometimes you have to sacrifice quality for lower price. Well, in my eyes, but I want to know, do we have to do that as owners?
You don't have to do that, my dear. You don't have to do it. So one of the things we always do is we love our pets, and one way we show our love is by treating them, okay? So these products, this is the Loving Pet Products Natural Value line. It's duck, beef, and chicken, whether it's tenders, sticks, or sausage, which is really fun. They're linked. My Jersey guys make it. They're made in New Jersey, but these products are sourced in the U.S. and made in the U.S. in their Jersey factories. And what I love about them, this bag is really heavy and the treats are really big. And what's so great about them, not only is the quality great, but you have the option of breaking them up. So you don't have to have one treat for your dog. You can break them up into little pieces. So I have 4 dogs. 2 of them are right here. I can take one of these chicken tenders and break it up and actually give them to the dogs for a whole day. So that's fantastic, because that way I'm saving money.
That's awesome. So one of the pet products brought by dog owners is treats, right? How can pet parents save money on these doggy staples?
Well, you know, the other doggy staple that everyone has to recognize, and you know, because I think you have a Labrador pit mix, grooming is so expensive, but it's so essential to our dogs and cats' health and well-being. Not only do you get to look at the skin, you get to examine the coat, you feel the body. So why not do it at home and save yourself money, okay? I bought the One Is All grooming system. It's an 8-in-1 grooming system for all types of pet hair and fur. And what I love about it is, it's a very easy, compact unit, and you've got all these great tools. These are the 8 tools, and then you also have 6 clipper combs, which is really nice. The other thing is, on the top, we have all the blow dry tools. That's for the blow. And then on the bottom, you have these 5 tools that are vacuum tools that, for example, it's shedding season now, and I'm sure with the Pit Labrador mix, you know about shedding. You can use this instrument, and you can actually go through the coat and get all that hair up. And guess what? It sucks right up into the vacuum. I think you can probably see it right here. This is from grooming my dogs yesterday and shaving some of their coats down. The other part that I really love is the instructions. Now, I'm one of those people, I see instructions, I panic. And I love this, and I left the stickers on purpose because they tell you exactly where to put things. So for example, here's the vacuum, here's the blow hose. Not only does it say on the hoses, it says right here, and the instructions tell you how to do every single thing and how to use the tools. The other nice thing is you really have an idea because it has a little hum, and you can turn up the hum, and this way you could slowly teach your dog not to be afraid, because sometimes that noise can be a little stressful. And that's what's really nice. Great pictures, great instructions. Very important. And you know what? In a few weeks, you can groom like a professional. And like I said, this whole unit with all of these tools is less than 1 grooming for a standard poodle.
So Charlotte, our next question is about anxiety and stress. How can we help our fur babies when they're going through that at a low cost? And how can we find you for more info?
One more thing I'm going to mention before I go is the Harmony Pet line, because pets suffer from so much stress. They have calming diffusers. They're pheromone products, very similar to what the mama dog or mama cat produces naturally for a pet. So they're collars, sprays, and diffusers, as well as a litter box diffuser. I love that, especially when you're traveling. But for me, you can listen to me on my syndicated radio show, which becomes a podcast at the Pet Buzz. Follow me on my social media channels, and I always give tips away and great advice at all the best events all over the country.
Awesome. Thank you, Charlotte, so much for these amazing tips. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for having me. Love you, Miami.